Hey everyone, Jared here with Team Visuals with VG. So it's day 2 at Big Bend. A little bit later start than I wanted, and not the trail I was originally going to do. But if you didn't know, the basin's going to close down for 2 years, so I decided to do the rims again. I'm going to go up Laguna Meadows, do the rims, and then see how I feel if I'm going to come down Laguna or Pinnacles. I'm also going to take a side trip over to Cattails Dam. It's a little bit off trail, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoy the sights along the way. Alright, so this is the Laguna Meadows Trail. I think it's about 4.8 miles. It is the easier path, relatively, up into the Chisos, the rims. It's same elevation gain as Pinnacles, but it's about a mile longer, so you got a little bit longer to get all that elevation, which makes it easier. It's been a long time since I've been up Laguna Meadows. I usually come down it, go up Pinnacles. I don't know why it's called Meadows. It's clearly still mountains out here, but hang out and let's keep checking out this trail. Okay, I just made the turn off to head down to Cattails Dam. It kind of starts going to these campsites, so there's a little bit of a trail, but shortly I will be, I think, bushwhacking. Thankfully, there's not too many pointy plants up here, but stay tuned and we'll get to see some of this off-trailness. If you're ever interested in staying in one of the Chisos campsites and backpacking out here, this is kind of what they look like, little bear box. Just a nice small little area for one tent, maybe two if they're tiny. Okay, down here in this creek, we do have a little bit of water. So that's all the creatures and animals that live out here survive off of. So there's not a lot, and they have to make do with just that small amount. Here it is, a secret dam in the middle of the Chisos Mountains. Doesn't seem like it's working too great, but this is, just a seasonal creek, so I'm sure it's here to stop flooding. And I am going to take a quick lunch break here probably, and then head back on up to the rim so you can join me for some epic views when I get up there. Here's a turnoff if you want to do the outer mountain loop. This is the way you go, but for me, I will be continuing on up to the rim. And from that turnoff, this is Blue Creek overlook view. It overlooks Blue Creek and the Blue Creek Trail. So that's a ways down to go, but such a beautiful area to walk through. And then as I kind of end this panorama, that's the rim up there, and that's where I'm going. All right, here we are, finally on the South Rim Trail. It looks like this area unfortunately burned recently. I can't imagine how long, in the best of circumstances, it'll take for these trees in this area to grow back. All right, here we are at one of the South Rim overlooks. Whew, you can see for miles. If you look kind of to the left right there, there is a tusk, very small tusk, that is elephant tusk. There is a trail that runs down through there. All right, so I made it onto the East Rim after 2 miles of the South Rim, give or take. People say that the views aren't as good on the East Rim. Maybe a matter of difference of opinion. On the South Rim, you have all the mountains and the valleys and the canyons below, and kind of on the East Rim, it's more wide swept and just, you know, flatlands all the way to the Rio Grande, and in the distance, that is actually Mexico and a continuation of this mountain chain. So it's still cool, it's just different. A little leftover snow on the ground. I think it snowed last week, and this side of the Chisos doesn't really get direct sunlight, so it'll probably stick around for a while. Very cool, and I'd love to be out here, especially if I was sleeping in the lodge for some Big Bend snowing. Okay, finally off the rim trails. I'm down into Boot Canyon. There's actually a little bit of water down there, quite a bit for the area. And this will take me to the pinnacles, and I'll be down in about 5 miles. So it's been a long day. There's still plenty more beauty to see, just no more epic views from the rim. So stay with me and let's finish out this day hike. Okay, heading down to Boot Spring, possibly the namesake of the canyon. It is one of the last spots backpackers can kind of top off on the Chisos on the outer mountain loop, right out of that little pipe. Doesn't look like it's flowing right now, so they'd be kind of out of luck if they stopped here. But other than that, just kind of a beautiful area. And there you can see in the distance is the boot of Boot Canyon. So I don't know if that's how the canyon was named, but it is a cool story if that is. Okay, I'm on the cutoff to Pinnacles. I just passed Emery Peak. Didn't do that. I've done it like 3 times before. It makes great video, but I'm pretty worn out. So I've got 3.8 miles of brutal switchbacks and stairs. Thankfully, I'm going down, and at least this first part, I got some great views to keep me motivated. Okay, coming around this corner, we can see these pointy outcroppings. Those are called Pinnacles, and it is the namesake of the trail. So as you hike up to the top, there's some more up there if you can see through the sun. Those rock features are the Pinnacles. I have coming up on 16 miles on this day hike. I'm pretty worn out. Thankfully I'll be done, hopefully less than a mile. But as I'm coming back down into the Chisos Basin, there's not going to be any of these sweeping views anymore. Still a beautiful hike, as you can see, behind me. So thanks for joining me. And if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe for more. And if you could, give me a like. And make sure you join me on my next adventure.